This message brought to you by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
The state of Georgia is painted gold. Calvin Johnson, son of a gun. This is the Miracle on Tech One Drive.
We are Georgia Tech.
We'll be innovative, we'll be creative, we will find new ways to be the absolute best and be the elite in college football.
Sims lobs it left side of the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Jackets. Ground over the shoulder. Makes the catch. And Calvin has company.
Every single day we've gotten better.
Mason angles left and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Jackets.
This is Yellow Jackets football.
Underneath it is intercepted. Tariq Carpenter stacked from the backside by David Curry. Unbelievable drama and unbelievable guts by the Jackets.
And it's game time. Live play-by-play coverage of Georgia Tech football is brought to you by Georgia Power, the official energy partner of your Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. By Truist, the new name for better banking, founded on the belief that with better products and services, we can inspire and build better lives and communities. BB&T and SunTrust are now Truist. By State Farm. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. By Coca-Cola, together taste better. And by Scana Energy, a proud partner of Georgia Tech football. For every touchdown the Jackets score, Scana Energy will make a $500 donation to the Alexander Tharp Fund. Go Jackets! Now, to bring you all of today's play-by-play action, let's head live to the broadcast booth and the voice of the Jackets, Andy Demetra.
And for the final time this season, we welcome you to the best backdrop in college football. Bobby Dodd Stadium at historic Grant Field, where tonight your Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets take on the Pittsburgh Panthers. Pitt at a mark of 5-5, 4-5 in the ACC. Georgia Tech has put together some of its most stirring performances at home this year. They'll look for one last signature 60 minutes and send off the seniors and the home fans with a final victory. What a sight to behold here on this Thursday night in Midtown Atlanta. We welcome you also inside our El Cerraldo radio booth with our Hall of Fame network engineer Miller Pope, our statisticians and spotters El Cerraldo Jr. and Adam Prather, sideline reporter Wiley Ballard, and my broadcast partners Sean Bedford, Andy Demetra. What is the good word? And Sean, this should be a good one. Georgia Tech did not get the result, but you could not fault the effort last Saturday. A lot of those players who are unavailable in Raleigh are available in Atlanta. And we'll see if Georgia Tech can ride that emotion, ride that energy to a win, mirroring what they've seen versus Louisville at home, versus Duke. But I think Pittsburgh would be a step above both of those programs in terms of their consistency and what they can do on both sides of the ball. Should be a good challenge, but one certainly Georgia Tech is up for tonight.
Absolutely, and I think with this being senior night and seeing the contributions that this senior class has made in so many different facets of not just contributions on the field, but what they've done in terms of contributing to the transition here, bring this new coaching staff in and really kind of shepherding in the new era of Georgia Tech football. These guys are going to be motivated to play for their seniors tonight. I'm excited to see what they bring out.
Well, the light show has begun. Georgia Tech making its way out momentarily behind the wreck for the final time this season. Georgia Tech has won 5 straight night games at Bobby Dodd Stadium, including a pair this year versus Duke and Louisville. Under the lights one last time here in Atlanta as your Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets take on the Pitt Panthers. Once ranked in the top 25, they stumbled 2 weeks ago in their last game versus Clemson. Prior to that, though, they hung 47 in their senior day versus Virginia Tech. Our captains today, Zach Quinney, the seniors, Ryan Johnson and David Curry, and the freshman, Jeff Sims. Here comes the wreck, and here come your Yellow Jackets. As we said, Georgia Tech wearing its home whites, gold numerals, gold pants, gold helmets with a white interlocking GT as the captains set to approach midfield for the coin toss. We'll take our final timeout, and then those 3 greatest words in college football, Tommy's leather. It follows this on the Georgia Tech Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.
Toe meets leather after these messages. You're listening to Georgia Tech Football on the Georgia Tech Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.
Today tastes like game day at home, like assigned couch seating. Tastes like coffee table dining and an ice-cold Coke to cool down the heat. It tastes like the game you've waited for all week with friends you've known your whole life. Today tastes like watching football is supposed to, and it never tasted this good. Coca-Cola, together tastes better.
Today's horoscope brought to you by Geico.
People will take note of your sunny disposition, Sagittarius. That's because you just switched to Geico and discovered you could save hundreds of dollars a year on car insurance. However, your newfound inner glow may prompt unfounded rumors. Did you get a promotion? Or you want a juice cleanse? Did they give you too much anesthesia at your dentist appointment? Your secret is safe with us, Sagittarius.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
This is your home for the Jackets. We'll have more Tech football after this local timeout on the Georgia Tech Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.
Hey Georgia Tech fans, since opening in 2000, Taqueria del Sol has offered diners many inventive and delicious options for lunch and dinner. Conveniently located close to campus and award-winning cuisine means a winning combination for Yellow Jacket fans. Please visit one of our 4 Atlanta area locations or visit us online at taqueriadelsol.com for more information. Go Jackets!
This holiday season, hurry into the Road Home sales event and conquer any terrain on your trip back with the remarkably versatile BMW X3, the spacious BMW X5, or the iconic 3 Series. This year, don't just take the road home, truly experience it in the ultimate driving machine. Hurry into the BMW Road Home sales event for exceptional offers today.
Take advantage of our holiday credit today. Visit BMWATL.com for details. Go Yellow Jackets!
Georgia Tech, and in particular Ryan Johnson, because he was the coin toss representative, win the toss. Jackets defer their option to the second half. Let's pause 10 seconds so our stations can identify themselves. This is Georgia Tech football. Hey, Ryan Johnson only had one chance in his career to get the coin toss right. He nailed it.
Nailed it. Yeah, just perfect. Going out batting 1,000, that's exactly what you want to see. Although, let's not forget, too, although this is the senior night and a lot of these guys may decide to move on to other careers, they have the option of coming back next year. So a number of these guys who we're honoring tonight could be back in the future.
I'm sure those decisions are still marinating in the minds of many of them. All they can control, though, and all they're focused on, the 60 minutes at hand as Georgia Tech special teams comes on the field. Georgia Tech has lost 4 of its last 5 to the Panthers. Pat Narduzzi 4-1 all-time versus the Yellow Jackets, the 6th-year head coach with a career record of 41-34. Pitt, his first head coaching job in the FBS.
Let's not forget there have been some classic finishes, some very close games in those matchups, so never a cakewalk in these games.
DJ Turner back deep for the Panthers. Austin Kent with the ball on the tee. He kicks away from left to right. Crowd on its feet at Bobby Dodd Stadium. And for the final time in Atlanta, we welcome you in on the Georgia Tech Sports Network from Learfield IMG College. Energy thumping here at Bobby Dodd. Here's the run-up by Kent. Toe meets leather, and we're underway. He drives one toward the near side, fielded at the 1 by Turner. He sprints up the middle to the 20 and gets cut down. Shy of the 20, in fact, at the 15.
Great coverage there on the kickoff. The cover team did a great job of staying in their lanes, closing it down, and really taking out the legs of the runner before he had any chance to make a move, find a seam, and try to make something happen.
So out comes this Pitt offense led by the senior Kenny Pickett from Oakhurst, New Jersey, making his 36th career start on the year, 62% for 276 yards per game, 12 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. Lines up his sophomore running back, Vincent Davis, behind him, trips out right. One receiver to the boundary. Turns and hands off to Davis, explodes up the middle to the 30. He breaks free. 45-50, 45-40. Chased from behind by Huff to the 20. Bats away, tackle at the 15, and finally brought down inside the Tech 10 at the 9-yard line. Sean, that goes for 73 yards from a Pitt offense that came in averaging 100 yards rushing for the game.
Yeah, right through the left B gap here, and this time Tech just kind of allows themselves to be blocked. Nice decision there by Davis to cut it back, and slightly shades of DJ White there as Zamari Walton's able to run down the back deep in Tech territory and prevent the score.
Now Davis had a 61-yard touchdown run versus the Jackets last year. Pickett empties out the backfield, 5 wide, bides his time, scrambled away to his right, chased by Brooks, and he throws it out of bounds. So already Georgia Tech defensively facing the 1st and goal. But a nice QB hurry by the Burlsworth Trophy nominee, the redshirt senior Jamin Brooks.
And good job by Jamin Brooks working one-on-one against the offensive lineman there. I think it was against Gabe Huey, the right tackle, just on a little bit of a stunt. Good coverage downfield, too. Pickett didn't have anywhere to go with that ball.
Jordan Addison, the slot receiver on the left. Wayne split right. Handoff inside, and this time the Jackets bottle up Davis. Stone him at the line, no gain, as he tried to run behind right guard.
And that was something we saw at the end of the NC State game last week, was the middle of that Tech defensive line just clogging up the holes and not allowing the offensive linemen to get to the second level, really get any kind of push. And there was nowhere for Davis to go as soon as he took that handoff. The defensive line just collapsed around him.
So 3rd and goal, right hash at the 9. Minute gone by in our first quarter. Pitt's tallest wide receiver is Jared Wayne. He's 6'3". Twins each way. Wayne shoots in motion in front of Pickett, who goes from the gun. Takes and retreats. Looking left. Throws over the middle, and it was knocked down from behind as I think he tried to cock and throw forward. He had that ball batted down, and it fluttered at the goal line, incomplete.
I think it was Kyle Kennard working off the left side, was able to get in there, get a hand on Kenny Pickett's right hand as he was delivering that ball, and that put the ball into the turf. So that's a big stand for this Tech defense.
Yeah, following the 74-yard rush in the first play from scrimmage, the next 3 plays gained 0 yards. And on comes Alex Kassman with a school record 65 career-made field goals on for a 27-yarder. Right-footed kicker coming from the right hash. Set down for him, booted up, and it is good. So Pitt does convert on its opening drive, but they were bearing down for 6. They had to settle for 3 instead. 3-0 with 13:29 to go in our first quarter from Bobby Dodd. And the Georgia Tech offense comes out after this on the Georgia Tech Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.
Atlanta, home of clout, home of culture, home of Georgia Tech. But it's not enough to represent a city, you have to reflect it. And our story is Atlanta's story. A place that influences and innovates. A place that doesn't wait for change, it creates it. A place of relentless drive and undeniable swagger. With a storied past and unstoppable future. That's Atlanta. That's Georgia Tech. So let others wish they were here or pretend they're from here. We are here. And when you take this celebrated program in this world-class city, you get an electricity unlike anything in college football. Welcome to Atlanta, and what's the good word? This is Georgia Tech football.
Pitt goes 5 plays, 74 yards on its opening drive, but have to settle for the 27-yard Alex Kassman field goal. And with 13:29 to go in our opening quarter, they lead the Jackets 3-0. Today's game is presented by Delta, the official airline of your Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Thank you, Delta, for your support of Georgia Tech athletics. And even though they gave up the 74-yard run up the middle by Vincent Davis, it was the play that Georgia Tech made to shut that run down that might have been the difference between 3 and 7.
Right, absolutely, and I think that's another example of how important it is to hustle after the ball on any given play. Zamari Walton could very well have given up on that long run coming from the far corner spot, but he just put his head down, and took off in pursuit, was able to bring down Davis before he got to the goal line. The fact that Walton was able to run him down from behind at about the 10 is ultimately what enabled this Tech defense to come up with the stand and limit that to 3 points.
Zavari knows how to cover ground at Bobby Dodd Stadium, had the 93-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown versus Notre Dame. Wanye Thomas is back deep for Tech, I think, with no Jahmyr Gibbs, and they want to preserve some contact and collision in the body of Smith, and so Wanye is back to return. Kassman, in addition to handling the field goals to the Panthers, also handles the kickoffs.
And let's not forget, Wanye's got 2 career kickoff returns for touchdowns to his name.
Including one at Bobby Dodd Stadium as a freshman. Here's the lineup by Kassman, helicoptering towards Thomas, and he has his arms out, spread eagle, says, we'll take this touchback. Jeff Sims last week versus North Carolina State completed 13 of 27 for 151 yards. No touchdowns, no picks, but had a 34-yard touchdown run, which was also his longest rush of the season. And catching up with Dave Patinote after practice this week, he said he counted up 97 missed passing yards among the first 14 snaps against the Wolfpack.
And look who's starting at running back, Jerry Howard.
Wow. On senior day, sweep motion, play action, Sims to throw, guns it over the middle, and it's juggled and intercepted at the 50. Picked off by Eric Hallett to safety. And he is brought down at the Pitt 47.
Well, that's too bad, too, because Jeff Sims had Jalen Camp streaking down the seam. Good job of hanging in there. Took a shot right as he delivered that ball, but just threw it through Camp. If he'd put that out ahead, that could have been a touchdown.
And Hallett is starting at safety ahead of DeMar Hamlin, who leads Pitt in tackles but was not on the travel roster. So the redshirt sophomore from Cypress, Texas, already making his presence felt. And Georgia Tech gives up the turnover on his first play from scrimmage. Back comes the Pitt offense. On top 3-0 with 13-18 to go in the first quarter. One back, one offset for Pickett. Has a stack to his right, now calls Wayne into motion. Pickett back to pass, bobbing around, escapes, rolls to his right, now guns it on the run, and it is caught at the 41 in double coverage. Up that Pitt sideline for the first down. We hear some boos as they thought that backside rusher might have been held.
Yeah, and Kenny Pickett shows his elusiveness here as he sits in the pocket, good coverage downfield, sees the left defensive end collapsing down on him, and he's able to break, contain, get out there, and throw on the run. He's a guy who doesn't get enough credit for being as mobile as he is. Does a great job of extending plays.
Catch was by Jared Wayne. Pickup of 12 to the Tech 41. Once again, a back and an offset as Pickett hands off. And running behind right guard is Vincent Davis. He gets stopped up at the 38 for a pickup of 3. Davis, who had the 74-yard run on the first play from scrimmage. This following a season-low 16 rushing yards total by the Panthers against Clemson 2 weeks ago. They rotated Vincent Davis and an A.J. Davis. So, no, there's not a workhorse named Davis who does it by himself in the Pitt backfield.
Makes our job a little easier.
It sure does. I'm not complaining. It's Vincent Davis, the standing tail alongside Pickett. Compressed formation, 2 receivers each side. On 2nd and 8, takes the snap waist high. Looking and now spinning out left. Wants to float it downfield, instead cradles it, takes it across the 35 and cut down from behind at the 34 by Curtis Ryans. Sets up 3rd down and a long 3.
A good hustle there by Antoine Owens there. He's coming off the right defensive end, and he initially loses contain on Pickett, so you get a minus there. He goes for the upfield shoulder instead of the deep shoulder. You want to try to force him to step up in the pocket, but good job of rallying, chasing him down from behind, and not allowing him to pick up the first down on the scramble.
Pitt this year, 102nd in the nation, 2nd worst in the ACC, completing 35% of their 3rd downs. Addison, the slot up top, receiver left is DJ Turner. They fake the draw, Pickett down the seam, has a man open, but the ball is underthrown and a flag thrown in the backfield as Trey Swilling may have given a shove to Pickett on the pass attempt. And a 3rd down incompletion might be wiped out, but we'll check the flag.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 3. 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Now they're going to take a look at the replay, Sean.
And this may shock our listeners, but I'm not sure I agree with this call. I'm trying to see exactly where Trey hits him. It was up around the shoulder pads, but it was a bang-bang play. It was right after he delivered that ball. I don't agree with that call. I think that's being a little overly protective of the quarterback there.
What, the third down penalties last Saturday doomed Georgia Tech, notably the DPIs. That one a personal foul on Swilling, and it moves up Pittsburgh 15 yards to the Tech 20. They had a fresh set of downs with 11:19 to play in the first quarter, and Pitt leading 3-0. 3 receivers out right for Pickett. He splits Wayne to his left. Now Daniel Carter, the redshirt freshman running back, motions out. 5 wide. Pickett now ready for the snap. It sails over him. He scoops it up with the 40. Running for his life, and he tosses it down the sideline, incomplete. The ability to pick that up on the run and not break stride so that he could get outside the tackle box and chuck that for an incompletion rather than eat a sizable loss of maybe 20 yards. So some good poise under duress by Kenny Pickett, and it's 2nd and 10.
And Pickett just was not ready for that snap. A miscommunication between Pickett and Jimmy Morrissey, his all-ACC center, who just snapped that ball before Pickett was ready for it. But a heady play by Pickett to scoop it up, and rather than just fall on it, get outside the tackle box and throw it away.
That will not be on Morrissey's Burlsworth Trophy highlight reel. From the gun, 3 receivers in the center for Pickett. Quick throw left, and it's caught on the comeback route to the 16. Gain of 5 as the catch was made by Wayne for his 2nd reception of the night, the sophomore from Peterborough, Ontario, Canada.
And that's really where Pitt is operating in its desired areas, when they can just complete these short little outs in the 5 to 10 yard range, just quick passes. Kenny Pickett could diagnose up the defense, get the ball out to his open receiver.
Trips right, that's the wide side for Pitt as they work right to left in this first quarter. 3rd and 5 at the Tech 15. Pickett staggered stance, back at his left hip. Takes the snap, rifles it over the middle on the slant. It's caught at the 10 and upended at the 9. That'll be a first down for Wayne.
And again, this is an area where Pitt's very comfortable. We get a little square in, working from that outside left receiver as he just kind of works his way up to about 5 yards, cuts it right across the middle of the field. Pickett steps up and delivers a nice pass to pick up the first down.
And now 1st and goal, 2x2 receivers tight to the formation. Pickett again, phase to throw, climbs the pocket, takes off with it. He's at the 5 and dives to the 3. Knew he wasn't going to make the goal line, so went horizontal to stretch out for as much as he could. Quez Jackson gets credit for the tackle. It's a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And Tech's got to account for the middle of that defense there as they get into their rush lanes, but just get a little bit too far upfield and spread out. You got to keep that pocket sort of condensed in the middle so the quarterback can't just sprint ahead. And right there, Pickett sees the Red Sea part, takes off up the middle, and gets it down to the 3.
And Pickett does lead the Panthers 7 rushing touchdowns on the season. They're going to direct snap it this time to Davis, with Pickett split out wide left. Pickett is a fullback to his left. He runs off right tackle, tries to squirt through a hole, has nothing. He burrows down to the 3. No gain on the play. Tried to get low and army crawled his way through a lot of traffic, but not very successful, and now it's 3rd and goal. 9:20 and counting, first quarter, 3-0 Pitt.
I'm not really sure what Pitt gains by going with that wildcat play with the direct snap to the running back and Pickett split out wide. It just sort of announces to the Tech defense what they're going to do, and Tech was absolutely ready for that run straight up the middle.
3-0 Panthers. Short field set up by the interception as they emerge from the huddle quickly. A trips bunch right. Pickett, short drop, throws the out. It's caught by Addison, but he's stopped shy of the goal line at the 1. It was D.J. Turner, the redshirt senior transfer from Maryland, but he was sandwiched by Walden and others shy of the touchdown and the pylon. It's 4th and goal from the 1.5, and Pitt will keep the offense on.
I think Pat Narduzzi has taken enough criticism during his time in Pittsburgh for kicking field goals in very deep goal line situations. Tech may need a timeout to get this substitution in, but they're going to go for this.
1 back, 1 offset for Pickett. Calls Wayne into motion. 1 receiver left. Fakes the handoff, bootlegs right. He's pressured, he's chased, slips free, throws end zone, and it is broken up. Incomplete. Pressure, and then the active hands on the back line of the end zone by the Jackets. Pitt gambles for it on 4th and goal from the 1, and they come up empty. And it remains 3-0 Panthers with 8:18 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, and that was just a great pressure, and I believe that was Jared Ivey coming off the edge and causing the disruption, which forced Pickett to make an inaccurate throw and turn that ball over.
So, Pitt's gamble backfires on him. still in front, but still 3-0. That's a win for the Georgia Tech defense. We've hit timeout in the first quarter from Atlanta on the Georgia Tech Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.
The radical left will do anything for total control. But a bipartisan Senate committee of Democrats and Republicans cleared Kelly Loeffler of their false accusations.
Today's clear exoneration affirms what Senator Loeffler has said all along.
She's been exonerated.
She did nothing wrong.
What Kelly did do is deliver for Georgia.
Kelly Loeffler is working to make sure hospitals have staff and PPE.
Georgians stranded after nearly a month. Loeffler worked to make sure these Georgians got home.
Kelly Loeffler launched the Georgia Relief and Recovery website
with a focus on getting business back up and running.
The Georgia senator donates $1 million to Phoebe Foundation.
Kelly Loeffler aiding in the return of Georgians from at least 8 countries.
She's using her platform to make sure no Georgian goes hungry.
This election, stand with Kelly. Save the Senate from radical control. Save the future for America.
I'm Kelly Loeffler. I approve this message.
Paid for by Georgians for Kelly Loeffler.
Your home for the Jackets.
Into the end zone, touchdown Jackets.
This is Georgia Tech football from Learfield IMG College. Now, back to the broadcast booth.
We'll get to Wiley Ballard in a moment. Spacious interior, innovative technology, and proven capability. Ford SUVs are built for victory. Score a great offer today at your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Tech bows up on 4th and goal from the 1.5. They hold the Panthers out of the end zone. They take over with 8:18 to go in the first quarter, down 3-0. Let's go to the third member of our broadcast team, Wiley Ballard.
Well, guys, I mean, I know we've seen Jeff Sims turn the ball over a good bit this year. That's his 12th pick, but I think it's important to note that 8 of those first 12 came in the first 3 games, his first 100 attempts. He has really reduced his interception rate over these last 8 games. It's above once every 50 throws as opposed to once every 12 or 13. So maybe that's too much in the weeds, but the bottom line is he has taken better care of the ball.
Thank you very much, Wiley. As we told you, you'd hear from our sideline reporter. And Wiley, I've always thought your best attribute is your patience. Georgia Tech out of the gun from the 2. Mason, the tailback, gets the call, lowers his shoulder, and slams ahead for just 1.
That's important. Just try to hammer their way out of the shadow of their own goalpost here. Give it to J.P. Mason. You got him in there. Let him be the power runner up the middle. And Tech hurrying back up the line of scrimmage now.
2 receivers right, 1 left for Sims. The clap, the snap, and a quick throw out into the right flat. Nice catch by P.J. Harris. Loops up the right sideline at the 15. Riding the Hallett with him, and it's a first down. Fingertip grab by P.J. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, no, that was a little bit off the mark by Sims there, but Harris stuck his paw out there, hauled it in, showing a nice catch radius, and then fights off Hallett, as you said, pick up extra yardage.
Twins left, receiver right on 1st and 10 from the 16. Sims smoked out of the pocket, running to his right, guns it on the run, and it's caught by Camp. A flag is thrown. That's going to be a late hit against Sims. Camp did not secure the catch. It appeared the call was incomplete. But boy, did Sims take a shot in the back after the delivery of the throw, or will that be a hold? Yeah, roughing the passer. Oh, and they did call that a completion on Camp. Beg your pardon?
Yeah, it was a beautiful catch by Camp to drag that foot after he secured that ball. And Chase Pine, who's providing the pressure out or inside out against Jeff Sims, gets up kind of celebrating a little bit, but they got him for that 15 yards, and yeah.
Yeah, it was very similar to Trey Swilling in that the hit came up high.
And in both cases, it wasn't leading with the head or anything. It was just hands up near the headgear.
So up to the 43 of the Jackets. Mason standing tail on 1st and 10. Snap, they fake the toss. Sims runs up the middle and stretches out to the 45 for a gain of 3.
Ooh, that play had so much potential there as Pitt was collapsing hard on that toss fake out to J.P. Mason to the left side, and then Sims takes it right up the gut. One of the things that Pitt likes to do is they get downhill and attack. If you can get them to bite on a fake, there's going to be openings.
2nd and 7 from the 45. Twins each way. Devaney comes in motion toward the formation as Pitt bunches up. Snap, mesh, Mason weaves his way up the middle, spins off a tackle across the 50, and he's got the first down to the Pitt 48. Bounced off the first tackle and just kept falling backwards across midfield.
Yeah, last year I think people probably got tired of me praising J.P. Mason's balance, but here he demonstrates again, bouncing off one of his linemen, spinning, and keeping his feet to pick up the first down.
Into Pitt territory on 1st and 10 from the 48. Sims pressured, and he flings it out left flat. It's incomplete. He was hit immediately as Pitt brought a jailbreak, and P.J. Harris could only stand and watch that sail over his head in the left flat.
Yeah, and that's probably a pretty good incompletion there because Jeff Sims avoided taking the sack, threw it in the direction of P.J. Harris, so it's not intentional grounding, but Pitt was ready for that and brought pressure at the right time from the right place.
Hurry was by Kalijah Cansey, the redshirt freshman from Miami, who himself has 7 TFLs this year. Mason, the sidecar at the right side of Sims on 2nd and 10 from the 48. Hands off on the counter to Mason. He's wrapped up at the line, though, and can only surge for about 1. In fact, the knee, they say, went down at the line of scrimmage, so it's now 3rd and 10.
Well, and counter might be a little bit of a difficult play to run against this Pitt defense because even though you're sort of setting them up, trying to get them going in one direction, cutting it back, it's a slow developing play, and here there's too much penetration up the middle for J.P. Mason to find a seam and hit that up in there.
5:48 first quarter, 3rd and 10 as well, beg your pardon, the sophomore from Germantown, Maryland.
And I thought they might get